Well, you may be wondering why we haven't done a house tour since our empty house tour, how we've furnished it and decorations and so forth. So that is what we're going to do today. So I want to welcome you back. And if you're new here, my name is Tracy. My other half, husband Joe, is not with me today. He is driving with my daughter from Arizona and her dog. They're on the road right now. They should be here tonight. So by the time you see this video, they'll be here, and I'll be so happy and excited to have her back again. But I just wanted to warn you that this is not the Instagram version of a house tour. I've been waiting for the house to be perfect. And you know what? It's never going to be perfect. So let's just do it. Let's just do it. This house tour is a tour of a house that we live in. We aren't done yet by any means. And it's taking a little bit longer than I thought. But then I realized, well, of course it is. This is a brand new house. There's things that we've had to do to get this house ready. We live on an acre, so there is a lot of yard work to be done. There's also a lot of projects in the yard that we've been wanting to do. And of course, we live on a beautiful lake, so we've been boating and kayaking and fishing. So, and also we're new to our town and to the state. So we like to get out and explore. So we have been doing a lot of exploring as well. So yeah, of course it's going to take a long time. And if I wait for the house to be perfect, you guys are never going to see it. So today is the real life lived in house tour. So I apologize in advance if you see shoes on the floor or boxes left around or fingerprints on my stainless steel. So let's get to it. So here's the entryway and our first instance of what I mean about shoes laying around and boxes. But I've never lived in such a state that rains so much. So you can see all our rain boots and wet shoes and so forth. And we also have boxes here of projects that we're going to be putting up. I have my solar lights, and that is a yard leveling rake, which is a huge project that Joe wants to do out in the yard. But anyways, this is the entryway. And once it's totally clean, I love the look here. These are all things that we bought at either thrift stores or antique stores. And you might notice that we don't have any pictures up yet. That's just another project that we still need to do. So there will be pictures in here also. And then this is Joe's office, which you can see needs a lot of work. So we just won't go in there. So then as you come in, this is the living area. And I wanted to set it up as a conversational area rather than all the chairs facing the TV. And my poor dog with his cone. He got bit by a tick, which is another thing that we weren't, I guess we just didn't have to deal with in Arizona. So anyways, he's healing from that tick bite. But we have our huge TV mounted to the wall. And then if we do have company, we can easily, if we wanted to watch TV, face these chairs around to watch the TV. This area in the back here, it's not put together at all. So far, it has just been a dumping area for stuff. This is one of the areas that I'm struggling with, and it's why those boxes have been here for so long, because I just don't know what to do with them. We've had so many different knickknacks and doodads and stuff in our old house because we would put them up along the shelves up on top, which went all the way around our family room. And I just don't know if I want that look anymore. So I don't know when I'm going to have this area complete. That's a project for a different day. So here is the kitchen, and I have some more things that we've picked up at antiques or thrifted stores here that I'm not quite sure what to do with. And so, yeah, there's things on the counter that aren't always going to be there, but this is the kitchen area. I will save you the expense of looking in. Oh no, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're going in the pantry. This is also a mess kind of ends up being like a dumping grounds for things because like I don't know where to put my bar glasses yet. And then, but I do love all the storage that I have. It's just amazing. So yeah, you'd think I would have enough places to put things, but it's full. I have these all full with because I love small kitchen gadgets and appliances. So those are all full. And another thing about this kitchen is, yes, there is a lot of storage, but it's arranged differently than I'm used to. Like these drawers, I guess maybe I wish I would have had these type of cabinets instead. And I just wasn't thinking when the builder sent me the plans. I just loved it. I loved the look, so I just went with it. Here is the dining area. I may have shown this in a video before, but I just love the look of a round table. And we bought that table off of Facebook Marketplace, and it came with some wooden chairs, but they were just boring. And so I loved these chairs. We picked them up at Ashley Furniture. And I think we're going to get a rug, probably a round rug, to go underneath the table. And then those lamps that are back there, they still have to be hung. They're going to get hung up here over the countertop. So let's go back here and look at the master. And yes, this room needs work also. We still have boxes of clothes. I guess we just didn't realize how much clothes between Joe and I that we have. So we're still struggling with that. And then this is the bed. I love this bed. I got this bed on Amazon, and I knew I wanted an upholstered bed, but I really loved this corduroy. So, and then we went shopping for furniture at Ashley, and we found these dressers and nightstands that have the vertical detailing on the front. And I just thought, oh, that will just look perfect with the bed. And then the bedspread we got at Dillard's, which I also love the look of that. It's very, very heavy though. I can't believe how heavy it is. So we'll be struggling with that at night. We just have to, I guess, totally remove it. And then here is the master bath. And not much to see in here. I did get these rug runners at Costco. Okay, let's go to the other side of the house. I will also spare you the details. This is our laundry room, and it's just a typical laundry room. So I do get a lot of steps walking through this house. It's not very big, but it deceivingly takes a long time to get to the other side of the house. Okay, this is probably the cleanest house in the room. This is the guest bedroom. And this is our old bed from Arizona and our old nightstand. And then we picked up this dresser at an antique store. And I have some gifts waiting for my daughter, Sydney, when she gets here. She loves Bob Ross. So I found this t-shirt at Cracker Barrel. So it says, ever make mistakes in life? Let's make them birds. Ah, they're birds now. I thought that was cute. And since she's bringing her dog, and we found out the hard way about ticks, it was a present for her dog. So anyways, oh, and here's the blanket that I made. So that is the cleanest room in the house. And then we come down the hallway, and here are a lot of our pictures that still need to be hung. And then this is the guest bath. There's not much to see here. We just, like I said, we still have to hang pictures, and I did pick up a few that are really cute that are going to go in here. And I love this shower curtain. It's got a nice texture. And I want to say I found this at TJ Maxx. And then, of course, we bought the shower, what do you call that? The shower rod that bows out. So it appears to be bigger in the shower. And then, oh, this room is going to be super messy because since Joe's been gone, I've been making soap and my mess is still over here because we are on septic. And I think I need to take these out to my yard to wash them rather than washing them in the sink. So anyways, this is the craft room. I have some pieces that I painted in the past on this display here. And then here is my sewing desk, which is right now covered with a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm going to start painting again. And we actually found a yard sale. They had a whole bunch of art, and I'm going to paint over these canvases and do other paintings on them instead. There's my Cricut station, and then I love this big workstation. Can look out at the lake, and then we set up a little area here for Augie so he can come out and look at the lake. And then here's a couple of the projects we've been working on. We hung those kayak racks on our dock. And then Joe is also stringing some steel hose. He's burying it in the ground, and we're going to take it out to the dock so that way he can wash the boat with the lake water. And then we're also going to be sprinklering the yard with lake water. And then huge closet and my printer area. And I also have some Cricut stuff in those drawers. So there you have it. That is what the final result of the house looks like. I love it. I love it so much. And maybe if you guys have some decorating ideas, you can throw them our way. I would love to hear them because, like I said, like these boxes that are laying around, I think they're really laying around because we just don't know how to deal with them. Like where do we put them? So anyways, that is the tour of the house. So I hope you enjoyed that tour. And like I said, if you have any ideas of decorating, I would love to hear them. I am not a decorator. I'm just going more by feeling what looks right, what feels right. But some of the things I can't even get myself to get started because I just don't know where things are going to go. So I'd love to hear any ideas that you might have. And thanks for keeping me company today while Joe is away. And I hope we'll see you in the next video. Bye.